CBS Sports presents Beyond the Baseline, sponsored by Mercedes-Benz.
When you're a little kid and you discover the U.S. Open and you want to become a tennis player because you see all these great athletes playing for this championship.
New Yorkers love to salute winners.
Billie Jean King is the champion of the United States.
Billie means a lot more to a lot of us than just her tremendous tennis record.
If they had done auditions to find the ambassador for the game of tennis, there might have been 1,000 in line for the interview. But if they didn't pick Billie Jean King, there was something terribly wrong with the process.
Chrissy Evert, she is the new wonder child of tennis.
Everybody knew that Chris Evert was going to be a superstar. She came and played so well, so young. Then Martina, who was 2 years younger than she, came along as this young protege out of Czechoslovakia.
They played so well, but at that stage, two of the best players playing the game, and it was an honor and a pleasure to watch them play.
Game, set, championship, Graf.
Steffi Graf won every major at least 4 times. That's crazy.
She moved so beautifully, so gracefully, and yet was such a powerful ball striker that made her the complete package.
Venus Williams.
Serena Williams.
You know, the fact that Venus and Serena had such different games and such opposite personalities made them all the more attractive. They were so different on court. You know, Venus with her own elegance. You know, she was the antelope. I mean, just easily bounding around the court. And Serena was the tiger. She just was going to sink her teeth into the match and shake it until she had won it. Two incredibly talented players and great champions.
There has never been a player more beloved at the U.S. Open than Jimmy Connors. He won it on grass. He won it on clay. He won it on hard courts. He is the only person that will ever have that distinction. Jimmy wasn't always beloved in New York, but there was one U.S. Open where he won and said to the fans,
Well, whether you like me or not, I like you.
And after that, he owned the place. 1979.
The heck with a racket.
For John, that U.S. Open was a real breakout tournament.
When I think of John McEnroe, I think of the matches he played there with Bjorn Borg. Beat Borg a couple times in the finals.
All right, John McEnroe.
Guy won it 4 times.
Game, set, and McEnroe.
So to be able to watch John accomplish that in New York was a great thrill.
Powerful performance by Pete Sampras.
Pete Sampras is the greatest fast court player that ever lived.
Pete Sampras with the big serve and the big game. It was his power that made Pete what he was.
Absolutely terrific performance. The best tennis of his life.
He was Agassi, who had so much charisma.
We had seen him from that rascal of a rebel of early days.
But he did a 180 in his career and was beloved by the spectators. They loved him in New York. And he's been such a credit to the game.
Roger Federer, #1 in the world for the last 7 months, leads the way.
Well, Roger, he's the most beautiful player I've ever watched play tennis.
Roger Federer is the United States Open champion.
Everybody loves what he brings. Everybody understands. New York can tend to make a lot of people jumpy or tense or aggravated. Not Roger. And I think they really admire that.
Well, Federer's elegance was part of his great appeal. And I think tennis should forever be grateful, not only for his immense talent, but for the fact that he represented this sport with such class.